Hello, everyone. Um, as usual, I didn't know what I was going to be talking about here this evening, and then about 5 minutes before I recorded this, um, the conversation just kind of fell into my lap, and made me, not made me, it gave me some really, really great things to consider and to think about, and um, also some great clarity. And it comes to relationships. And I want to just kind of speak it out and see what comes up. But it is something that I've navigated before, and it has to do with what kind of relationships you invest in. What kind of relationships you invest in, how you invest in them, uh, and whether or not those relationships are investing in you, whether or not the people in those relationships are investing in you to the degree that you're investing in them. I just had a conversation with a friend, and they're navigating something with somebody who's dear to them and close, and somebody who I have a measure of fondness for as well, um, but somebody that they've really, really cultivated a sort of deep relationship with. The thing about it is that I, in some of these dynamics, because it's not the only time that I've seen this too, I noticed that one person is investing a tremendous amount in the relationship. One person is investing a tremendous amount in terms of holding space for somebody and in giving another person the time and space and room to process all the things that they want to speak about, all the things that they want to connect on. And let's call that person party A. And party B is doing a great job of holding that space, and they're listening and actively engaging and really participating in the conversation and really really making sure that they're holding a space that is allowing that other person to feel very, very deeply heard. And as a result of that, in many cases, they're feeling very, very understood. And they're feeling very, very connected because of that. And then, when the time comes for party B to be able to speak what's on their mind, what it's something that they would like to have space held for in their conversation, things that they're processing, um, having their voice heard, acknowledged, respected. Party A doesn't have either the capacity or willingness, or let's just boil it down to ability, to hold that same space for Party B. And it ends up becoming a very, very one-sided, a very, very lopsided relationship. It's not really a relationship. It is, well, it is still a relationship, but it's certainly not a healthy one. It is certainly not balanced. It is certainly codependent. And I've yet to encounter a codependent relationship that's not toxic. There's varying levels of toxicity. There's varying levels and types of codependency, but that is definitely how that dynamic ends up being. If you have one person who's constantly being the one who is giving, and the other person that is constantly receiving, but it's not reciprocated, and the other person doesn't have the ability to reciprocate, that's very, very challenging to deal with. And I think that really comes down to what I wanted to reach, what I wanted to speak on as far as the core theme of this video, the core message, and that is to make sure that you're investing in people who are investing in you. It really is that simple. Invest in people who are actually invested in you. And just ask yourself that question: is this relationship where I am constantly the one who is listening, holding space, giving, investing time, energy, etc.? Or is the other person also actively listening, investing in this dynamic? Ask that question. And when you come to that answer for yourself, I would ask yourself a question too, another question. And that's, well, what type of relationship do I want to invest in? It's easy for me. I want to invest in people who are invested in me. And we've all been the person that hasn't invested as much in another relationship as the other person is invested in it. It happens. It's part of being human. We all have, at this point in time, a certain capacity that we have. There's only so much that we have to give. And it's important to be wise with that energy. It's important to be invested in people who are actually taking the time to genuinely connect with you, who want to hear your thoughts, who want to hear. And it's not even always about hearing your thoughts. Sometimes there's this wordless presence that people find when no words even need to be spoken. That's another type of investment. It's an energetic investment. There are many different kinds. So I'll let you discern what ways someone is investing or not investing in your life. I think you have the ability to do that. But just ask that question would be a recommendation, maybe even just a suggestion, light suggestion based on my own personal experience. So take it or leave it for whatever it's worth to you. And I appreciate you tuning in today, as always. And I think that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening or day, whenever it is, and whatever it is that you're doing here. Just know that there's a lot of love for you here. I really appreciate your love and support and your investment. Your investment in this connection by taking the time to listen and give feedback however and whenever it's appropriate. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.